Hi everybody, so it's release day today, so I thought I'd just pop on here and run through the new products with you that are due to be released at around 6 o'clock UK time this evening. But before I do that, I just wanted to touch on a couple of things that you may have already seen on social media. So yesterday we launched our updated website. This is all part of a kind of brand refocus, I guess, and realignment. We've been looking at different things that we could do to improve, how we could enhance things and make things easier for people and offer some extra kind of inspiration and different things like that. So as part of all that, we've been working at the website, and if you've already seen it, I'd love to know what you think. But otherwise, please go and take a look. You will find that there is a blog on there that will explain in more detail kind of the thought behind what we're doing, and it will also explain some new initiatives that are coming. We're aiming to do lots more via the blog, but on YouTube and different things like that, some tutorials, and get you all using any stamp sets you might have of ours. The older sets, we're going to be revisiting those. That's a new initiative that's coming, which you'll learn more about in the coming days and weeks. We're also going to do some challenges and different things for anyone that's struggling with their creative mojo. So there's lots of exciting things happening. I'd love you to take a look at the website. It's been a while, but I think I'm really pleased with how it looks. You'll see that we are now kind of the home of Alpaca Pals rather than being under the Alpaca Pals umbrella. So the website is geared around the Tracey side of things, but you will still find the page on there for the Alpaca Pals for anyone that's interested in that. And obviously you'll still see alpacas popping up in our designs from time to time as well. Obviously we've still got paddocks full of alpacas, so you know it continues to be at the heart of what we do. But there's going to be a little bit more focus on the crafty side of things and the stamps and stencils and different things like that. We've got loads of new products in the pipeline. I say new stamp designs, new papers, new stencils, and hopefully some other new products as well. So lots and lots of exciting things. Do take a look, and hopefully you like what you see. So let's get on to the new release then. So we've got just 4 stamp sets releasing this evening, 2 A5 and 2 A6, plus 2 paper pads. Now we've not done paper pads for a good 2 or 3 years now, I think it is, but I wanted to design some more, and once I started, that was it. I was off, and I think there was about 9 in this first batch that I've had done. You'll be pleased to know they're not all releasing this evening. It's just 2 that I've picked that work well with the release that's happening today, but there will be others to come very soon, so watch this space. So the first A6 set is called Bits and Bobs. Oh, you'll notice actually as part of our brand changes, we've actually updated the packaging a little bit. It looks fairly similar, just a difference in the logos and different things like that. So this one's called Bits and Bobs, and it's really just a kind of decorative set that works really well with any of our other sets, or on its own. You can use it for art journaling, you can use it for backgrounds, you can use it for just little accents alongside your other stamps, alongside the characters. You can stamp onto the patterned papers. They're really exciting to use. You know, you can really do a lot with them. You could build them up to make them into a bigger image, or you could just use, like, there's the stitch elements here, you could use it to make it look like you've stitched your sentiment onto a card or something like that. So there's lots of different ways you can use these. I'm excited to show you some examples over the coming days of what we've done with these. So like I say, there's just some numbers here. Actually goes well with one of the sets that's coming up in a minute. We've got stitching here and here. We've got just some random numbers, dots, hearts, squiggles, flowers, just, you know, these kind of almost look a little bit like random text, although they don't actually say anything. So yeah, lots of stuff you can do with those. It's one of those sets where you kind of look at it and think, oh, not sure about that, but once you start using it, it's amazing what you can do with it. And like I say, it goes really well with lots of other sets. So that's Bits and Bobs. We've then got Sending Smiles, which is the other A6 set. This is all about the elephants, you know, me and elephants. So we've got like a little smiling elephant here, and then we've got 2 elephants that are kind of the reverse of each other. I included these like that so that you could stamp them back to back and create things like spinner cards or back to back cards, perhaps where you use acetate and different things like that, where you can see from both sides. So there's 3 of those elephants, and there's the couple of butterflies that work really nicely. You can pop the butterfly on the end of his trunk and different things like that, so that's quite nice. And then these elements here, the kind of water splashes, the hearts, bubbles and flowers could all be coming out of the trunk as well. That's how I've designed them, but actually I'm going to show you in a minute how you could use these in a completely different way. We've then got some sentiments, just our normal kind of positive sentiments. We've got one life, make it a good one, never forget you are loved, happy looks good on you, hugs and kisses, sending smiles, you make me smile, and be beautiful. So it's a lovely little set to play with, really cute, and in our normal kind of one of our sketchy style ideas. So just to talk about the accent stamps as well, never underestimate your accent stamps. I've used it here at just the flower stamp to create a whole wreath on this one, and then the little elephants blowing out the flowers as well. But you can use it for all sorts of different things. I've used it just to round the edge of those accent stamps around the edge there, and then you could pop your elephant you know, on the top, and another one with a wreath there as well. So I tend to, with my wreaths, I actually like doing them a bit randomly. So I would just pencil out the circle and then just randomly stamp them, and then just fill in the gaps and see how it looks, just to give that sort of natural look, I guess. So lots you can do with that one, and the elephants are super cute. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that one. So that's Sending Smiles. We've then got the first of the A5 set. So this is called Count on Me, and it's basically the Count on Me theme means that we've introduced some numbers as well. So we've got the 2 little dogs here, and they've got little bits of numbers on them, which could be kind of like patches in their colouring, but equally it just gives them an extra element, a bit of depth, and you can use them in mixed media makes and different things like that, and they, you know, you could make them really grungy if you wanted to, or just clean and simple. Again, you've got a butterfly here, which actually looks really cute on the dog's nose. And then this big text swirl here is just a lovely stamp for a background. It does actually say, keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. In good times, in bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. You can probably, some of you might recognise those lyrics. And then the sentiments match along with those as well. So we've got, I'll be on your side forevermore. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. You can count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. Keep smiling, keep shining. And then a smaller version of that text one as well. So this one you could use perhaps to build up a background. You could kind of make it dots on the back, on a background. This one's more of a kind of, you could use it as a focal image. It doesn't need to have a character on top, but I like it kind of as a big background and then perhaps the character in front. There's also the extra elements like we normally do here. So we've got like the numbers and a little squiggle, so that's good for backgrounds. And then the elements there that can be used just to decorate or just to add a bit of extra. Perhaps you might want to put flowers on the dogs, so it looks like they've got flowers in their hair and different things like that. So lots of things you can do with that one. Super cute, and the sentiments are just lovely. Really kind of uplifting, great for friends cards and different things. So that's Count on Me. Next one I've got is called Coffee Cuties. Now, if you're familiar with our Teacup Treasures set, you may already recognise the style of what we're trying to do here. So we've got 2 coffee cups, one kind of takeaway coffee cup, and then like a little espresso cup. And there's a gap at the top of each of them. The idea is that you can then choose which character you'd like to pop in, and they fit within these areas of the stamp. So this little elephant can sit on the edge of the coffee cup. There's an example of that here. And the other characters might just sit peeking over the edge, or in this one's case, it's kind of dive bombing into the coffee. Now, the good thing about this set is it actually matches up really well with the Teacup Treasures, and I've made it so that the tea cup and the coffee cups are the same size and everything, so that you can use the characters from both sets with any of the cups. So it works really nicely together. So if you want to, you could pick the teacup, but you could use one of the characters from here, or the other way around. So really quite good that you know, it kind of doubles up the stamp set. So it means you've got extra extra use out of them. So the sentiments on this one are obviously geared towards coffee lovers rather than the tea on the other set. And it says coffee because adulting is hard. Words cannot espresso how much you mean to me. Life happens, coffee helps. Drink coffee, be awesome. Coffee, question mark. Coffee with a friend, the perfect blend. Love you almost as much as coffee, and espresso yourself. And then we've got some little miniature cups here. Coffee beans, just a little swirl. And yeah, the different characters are just super cute. So don't forget also that you can use the characters. I've used the teacup ones previously to be looking over different. So this, for example, the cat, you could have it looking over the top of a frame or popping out of a window or different things. So always think outside the box, and they don't have to be used with the coffee cup, but obviously that's what they've been designed for. And then you've got the little bow here that actually sits nicely on the elephant's head. So that's Coffee Cuties. And that brings us on to the first of our 2 paper pads that are coming. And this one was designed specifically for that, to work well with that stamp set, although not exclusively with it. So this is called Coffee and Cream. And you'll see that it's got a slightly different style from our normal paper pads that have got rainbow, white and rainbow on the front cover. Obviously didn't work very well, didn't match nicely, so we changed the whole cover for this one just to make it look good. So we've got the Coffee and Cream, and then these are your papers. You get 30 sheets, 10 of each designs, and they're 190 GSM. So I'll just flick you through these. So they're all coffee kind of themed, but they don't have to be exclusively obviously for coffee. They just work really nicely with anything. So so these are the designs. So some of them are quite plain, some of them all you would literally need to do is just pop your image on. So if I show you here, so I've got one of the Coffee Cuties and I've coloured it in the similar kind of tones, and it just sits nicely. So you could just literally colour the image, pop it on there, pop a sentiment on, and you've got your card made. So lots of different ways you could use that. Equally though, although I've done it as a coffee themed set, it does actually work really beautifully with other characters. So I've got one of the elephants here, so you could have the elephant sat there, you could have the butterfly perhaps on the end of his nose or something on the end of his trunk, sorry, anything like that. So you can see that although it's coffee themed, it works with other things as well. So really neutral palette, creams, browns, and kind of beigey colours. So that's that one. So Coffee and Cream. And then the other paper pad goes back to our kind of roots with rainbows. It's our favourite go-to really. So this one's called Rainbow Pie, and it's kind of like got a pie chart theme. So it's kind of really dreamy rainbow, obviously colours, and just sort of swirly, dreamy, pretty, really useful kind of papers. You can again just layer up your characters onto it, you can die cut from it. Also, I found that the word stamps work really lovely, which is why I picked this paper pad. So you can see here, by using the words from the, I've just stamped and embossed that in gold, but it's from the Count on Me set. So oops, this one. So just stamped and embossed that in gold onto there, and there you've got your background. It's kind of done. So then you can pop any one of your characters kind of just on the front, and you've got yourself a card. Again, I've just embossed that one onto embossed in white on top. So you can do as much or as little as you want with these papers. You could literally just, like I say, take a character and just pop it on the front, or you can use perhaps some of your bits and bobs stamp set, put some stitching on it. You know, you could use the stitching from here, for example, and just pop it so that it looks like it's been stitched onto a background, or you know, use some of the elements to build up like a border or different things like that. So really handy, really useful paper pad, and I know how much you like rainbows as much as I do. That's one of our best sellers in terms of our previous paper pads. So yeah, again, 10 designs, 3 of each on that. So that is Rainbow Pie, and there are actually, I've got a second addition to the Rainbow Pie already, which will come in the next release. So there's lots of exciting, I didn't show you I don't think I showed you this one is one of my favourites from this pad. So it's got like a bit of text in the background as well, but again, that dreamy kind of look, perfect background. Like I say, just an instant background if you want to, or you can do lots of different things with it just to build it up. So there we go. So we've got Rainbow Pie, coffee and cream, and then the 4 stamp sets, so the Coffee Cuties, Count on Me, Bits and Bobs, and the Sending Smiles. So that's the release, and that will be, like I said, live around about 6 p.m. UK time this evening. Please do go and check out our website if you'd like to. Like I said, the blog contains all details about different things that we're kind of going to be doing going forward, and explains a bit about how, you know, what we've done with the brand and why. And you can access that from the menu on the home page, the menu across the top, and also there's quick links at the bottom of the home page, and one of those is for the blog. You'll also notice on the home page at the bottom there's a quick link to the collectors list. So if you find that you want a new collectors list but you're not about to place an order, for those of you that have ordered, you will know that you get a collectors list when we send out your orders. The one that we send out is actually on A5. This is like a A4, like a PDF that you can basically download and print. So if you want a bigger version, or if you want a new version, or whatever, then you can just go into our website now and just pull that up and print it off. There's also other things that you might want to see on there. There's a bit about the collaborations that we've done with Lisa and different things like that. There's some pages that just show some of my art that's perhaps not gone into stamp sets or different things like that, just to sort of show what kind of things we can do. And yeah, watch out for lots of new inspiration. I'm really excited about the different things that are happening. You may have already seen that we've got a design team now, so Dee, Melissa and Cassie have done an amazing job with their cards for this release, so keep an eye out for those on social media as well. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So thanks for watching, and I hope you like the new release, and I hope you like the new website. Thanks very much. Bye bye.